Is it live? Because Daryl Mack will do things like that. Yo, check out the Venus and lunar conjunction this morning. If you're up before dawn, and if you haven't seen it, check out our earlier live stream. youtube.com/smashomash/live. Coming at you this morning to tell you that I am the liquor, to quote Jim Leahy of TPB fame. Yeah, Jim Leahy, one of the most hilarious characters in the history of hilarity. He's up there with Larry from the Three Stooges. I mean, it's pretty good. If you haven't seen the show, the quote goes like this, folks. It goes, "Mr. Leahy, is that you talking or the liquor?" And Leahy, taking a break from chugging rye whiskey, says, "I am the liquor." And then continues chugging rye whiskey. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's like a cliffhanger at the end, I think. One of those horrifying moments when the trailer park supervisor is completely obliterated. I'm going to drink some coffee, and I'm going to talk sunspots because there are a lot of them. So sunspot number has massively increased. And there are probably channels out there that even claim they forecasted it, which is adorable. I mean, anything that's already happened, they'll claim they've forecasted it. It's so cute. Yeah, anything that happens, it's like, oh, an earthquake happened. I forecasted it. Did you? Did you forecast it now? Was there a time and a place in the forecast? Because if not, it wasn't a forecast. And what data sets did you use? Oh, what magnetic fields? What are you talking about? You forecasted an earthquake using the ionosphere? Oh, really? I want to see it happen. I want to see anybody forecast anything using the ionosphere, right? Because forecasting this way depends on understanding the physics. And the people that forecast this way don't understand the physics or statistics or forecasting or junior high level physics. So there's that. Anyway, we'll get to sunspots, the Huxley forecast, as there was a CME that was propagating yesterday, at least two actually, and one of them may have an unearthly directed component. So fingers crossed for that. Has the coronal hole high-speed stream subsided? Stay tuned to find out, because that is a high order of business. All right, so now we're at the Smash News Network least busted name in news. And crystal ball activated. Yeah, crystal ball activated. I'm not kidding. Like, you think I'm kidding? Really? Really? You think I'm kidding? Check it out. There you go. It's all too real, folks. All too real. Yes. And yes, I do ride for Team Velo Shop. So, not posing. It really says it on my racing license. TheVeloShop.net. I'm not paid to tell you this. Bones says, shit. Thank you for leaving a comment. Good morning, Dennis. And thanks for tuning in. Perzelbaum. I don't know what it means. Please speak English in the chat. Please translate. Anonym. What's wrong, anonym? Hiding your identity? I take my online security very seriously as well. That's why I don't do anything that would divulge my location, what kind of car I drive, when I'm going to be at a place, you know, stuff like that. Having been a public figure since '99. Sandro says, yes, Dennis, I took everybody's wrench because wrenches were being misused and people were getting themselves timed out for 24 hours yesterday and things. Yeah, people's comments were getting deleted, so all wrenches have been revoked because it was never abused before, but now that we're getting 1,500 views on a live stream, wrenches got revoked, all of them. So yeah, Smash Staff still has a wrench, but she's a a full admin moderator. Nope, nobody gets wrenches. Wrenches are gone. Forget wrenches. Sandro says, "Are you from the USA?" Yes, I'm from the USA. I'm in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, cycling mecca of the world. Yes, it's world class. Lehigh Valley, I would be no place else. Maybe Switzerland. Okay, maybe Antarctica, but almost no place else. Maybe Iceland. All right, so we're going to talk space weather and Earth weather briefly, and this will be another short stream. Again, if you didn't see the Moon Venus conjunction this morning, we streamed live from the woods, the dark, dark woods. But before we went into the dark, dark woods, we were in the light, light woods. And when we were in the light, light woods, it was a delight, delight woods. Viewing the lunar Venusian conjunction. They're about as close as they ever get. I mean, they're like 20% of a lunar distance apart in the sky. So yeah, they're very, very close in the sky right now. In fact, you could view Venus all day long, maybe with just binoculars, because it's just, depending on what part of the planet you're on, it's below and to the right of the moon right now. So, okay, so here are some reports on space weather. Cosmic ray flux remains at a 20-year low. So actually, we don't sell that jersey. That jersey that's behind me there, it is theveloshop.net. Okay, so if you want to shop bike stuff, if you want me to help you shop bike stuff, hit us up in the Discord chat. You can find a link in the description to the smashomash.com homepage. That includes all of our links. Discord chats require an invite, so there's a permanent invite link on the homepage at smashomash.com. So that's our homepage at the Smash News Network, the Busted Name of News. And yeah. So yeah, Sava, I'm that guy from Minecraft. That's right. I was playing Minecraft in reality this morning. So exactly. Would anybody like to translate Purzelbaum? Purzelbaum? I don't know, some kind of tree, obviously. Let's see. Himanshu Sharma has retracted their own comment. Sarah, you're in Pakistan? That's interesting. Yeah, a nightcap doesn't exist. It's Joe asks, do you sell the shirt behind you? The answer is no. You may be able to find this jersey if you go to the physical shop. It's located in Emmaus, Pennsylvania, in a town called Shimerville. So you may be able to get this if you go to the physical shop. But you should support your local bike shop, right? Because that's the one that's going to be useful to you. Part of the reason I ride for the local bike shop is because sometimes people have questions about bikes that I can't answer, right? I'm not a mechanic, I'm a rider. So, sometimes you have to tell people, like, just go to the shop, take your bike to the shop. I have no idea how to fix it, right? Like, I don't think any rider is, not even any mechanic is on top of all of the tech. It's very complicated, very fragile, very specialized, and a lot of things are not compatible with other things, especially with race bikes. So no, we don't sell the jersey. They cost $85 or something. They're very high-end Castelli Aero sleeve race jerseys. And you shouldn't wear it if you don't ride for the shop. I mean, you can give the shop free ads, but keep in mind, this is my actual race team. So on my racing license, it says the Velo Shop because it's the team that I actually race for. I mean, I'm sort of like a team unto myself because I'm a time trial specialist anyway. So it's not like I have teammates out there helping me. That's for sure. But yeah, you may be able to get it. And you can visit theveloshop.net. You can always call them. They will ship it to you if you want to buy one. So yeah, you might be able to get one. I'm not totally sure. So yeah, theveloshop.net though is the website. And yeah, tell Becky and Don that Dan sent you. That we're on a first name basis. They'll if you say Smash O Mash or they know who I am. Uh, I'm a fairly prominent local rider. All right, Wayne, I did not take a ride today. I think I may do nothing resembling exercise today because yesterday I was walking back from a leisurely stroll and I was thinking, wow, it's I've got over 3,000 miles of riding in the legs this year. And they've been well planned out miles. It's not like I've beaten myself up and like done a grand tour or something, right? But still, 3,000 miles is a lot of miles, even for me. I don't usually do that much mileage. But the past 2 years have featured me giving myself effectively the pro treatment because I had the capability to do it. So I invested a lot of time and energy, $100,000 or something into my riding for the past 2 years. So come this December, it'll be 2 years that I made a series of absolutely massive changes. And they were all incremental changes, but when you do a dozen things that are marginal gains all at once, you get maximal gains. All right. So if you want to get faster on the bike, just do all the things. So yeah, I've been taking time off because I've taken up a new sport called hashing, which if you don't know what it is, I'll make a whole video just about hashing to promote the local hash house to which I belong. I've already donated, I've already done a hash. So it's a thing, and it refers to corned beef hash that you would get at Greasy Spoon diners, not the cannabis concentrate. John Boy says, hey man, peace out, man. Peace out. Tobe YouTube says, I have no kids yet. I have some. Patrick Unlimited says, greetings and magnanimous salutations to the extraordinarily distinguished assembly of digital companions congregated in this most auspicious and virtually transcendent broadcast environment. Want a job as a writer? That's mighty fine penmanship there, Patrick. That's mighty fine author in there, Patrick Unlimited. Yes, Patrick, I have a racing license. And yes, the hair is all too real. Yes. It's not attached to the hat. Yeah. So as far as CMEs headed toward Earth, it doesn't look like we have any. As far as sunspot number, it's way the heck up. It's approaching 150 again. So pushing up to 150 sunspots, even though some groups have set recently. So that's always exciting. The 10.7 centimeter radial flux now at 150 as well. So the sunspot number is at about 146, and the 10.7 centimeter radial flux is at about 150 solar flux units. As far as the solar wind right now, it's subsided from the high speed portion and is now nominal once again at 408 kilometers per second. Solar wind density still low at just under 1 proton per cubic centimeter. As far as SEPs, that is proton high energy particle events, we ain't got none. There was a possibility which has largely subsided, but keep in mind, folks, you can have an SEP just from a coronal mass ejection. You don't need a big flare to have a solar energetic particle event. The GOES X-ray flux is just at a background low-level C-class X-ray flux with no major flares for days. As far as the CMEs that propagated yesterday, let's just check and see if we have any kind of possibility that one of those has an earthly directed component. I think there's an earthly directed CME. So on the 21st, on September 21st, there's going to be a minor CME impact. It was stealthy yesterday. I kind of just happened to catch it. So expecting a CME impact, a minor one, probably will barely create geomagnetic unrest. So we may see a mild storm, but more likely just like a KP4 geomagnetic unrest. with a little spike in the density and speed for just a short period, because there was a CME that came out of the southern central region yesterday. So it was like South Central Sun had a pretty stealthy CME that happened uh, early yesterday Eastern time, and that looked like it could have had an earthly directed component. So there is a possibility for a small CME impact on the 21st. That would be like midday on the 21st. So EJ Santos says, "Are you pro racing?" Uh, I'm paid to ride a bike. I do have a Cat 1 on my license for cross country mountain bike. Um, so in 99, I was a pro mountain bike racer. Road debut 2001, track debut 2003, I think it was. I am a time trial specialist. I am paid to ride a bike in 2025. Uh, do I race pro? I don't race at the pro level at the moment. But there are some events that are coming up. I race pro am, so I'm kind of on the barrier there. As a TT specialist, if I do a time trial, I will typically race the open category. Um, so yeah, it's complicated, and I'm taking up timed tracked events next year. I'm going to build a 1972 Schwinn Paramount and put like carbon wheels on it and stuff, and I'm going to do some track racing next year. So there'll be some. I'll be very visible when I'm on the track. Uh, there's nowhere to hide on the track. Okay, the clock rules, and that's my thing is racing against the clock. So it's a specialized thing, and cycling is an extremely deep rabbit hole of specializations. Uh, there are probably unicycle racing leagues out there. My favorite movie genre. Oh man, that's a tough one. I would say I would say like modern crime drama, modern crime drama, or like a well done blockbuster action adventure flick. I think those are my favorites. Um, I mean, like sci-fi horror, that's okay. Like I don't know. It's hard to pick a genre really for anything. Like I don't really like to sort of like I, genres are tough, right? Because with genres in music or in film or even in like television series, it's tough to say a genre, right? Like take Slayer for example, right? Slayer's one of my favorite bands of all time. Like that Slayer's almost too good to exist. Like and Slayer, you could say, oh, that's a thrash metal band, right? But what's the rest of that genre without Slayer? What old Metallica and Megadeth? You know what I mean? Like genres are a problem because Slayer is the genre. Like they're a genre unto themselves. Like that's how good Slayer is. Slayer is like too good for genres because they are the genre. Thrash metal equals Slayer, and without them, it's. I mean, because Megadeth isn't the same thing. Like Megadeth is a technical guitar band, so they're so different. Like to be like, oh, thrash metal, it's Slayer and Megadeth. You know what I mean? Like genres, I don't like them. So it's tough to say a genre. I mean, I think like so my favorite. I think my favorite movie ever might be No Country for Old Men. No Country for Old Men is a terrifying film that takes place in the early 80s, I think, sometime in 1980s, something like that. And it's about a guy that finds a drug deal robbery gone wrong and finds a suitcase with millions of dollars in it. And that's basically what it's about. It's a relatively modern crime drama, and since that's what I pick as my favorite genre because that might be my favorite movie. That movie is so good. The sociopath villain in that, Anton Chigurh, is one of the best villains ever in a movie. He's terrifying. If you've never seen No Country for Old Men, like that's scarier than most Halloween movies because it absolutely happens you know, drug deals in desolate places, everybody shoots each other, and that's it. Like, right? Everybody, this is a thing that happens in reality. Like, there's a multi-billion-dollar industry in the US, and there's a multi-billion-dollar industry in Australia for tobacco. Did you know that? Yeah, there's a $1 billion black market for tobacco in Australia. That's how fucked that country is. Shout out to Kimberly and to Dirk and to any of our other viewers from under the equator. EJ, not a motorcycle, bicycles. You see the velo shop? You see the bicycle crank? No motorcycle cranks. No motorsports yet. Although we're doing the Baja 500. Yeah, we're doing the Baja 500. My friend and I already have the other driver. We're doing the 2 drivers amateur truck category Baja 500. It's happening. It's happening. In fact, he might be driving the truck today that we're using in the Baja 500. All we got to do is put a lift kit on it and a couple other mods, which he'll be able to later use as modular mods to like attach toolboxes and things. So, I mean, it's like, you have no idea. You think you know what the channel's going to be doing, but you have no idea. Because there are some aspirations that might not be evident when it comes to space weather videos. So yeah, anyway, space weather, it's exciting. And oh, all right, we've got the NSO is back. The NSO site was down, but now it's back. So the National Sunspot Observatory there. Let's see. I'm going to look at filaments here from El Teide, Spain. And then we're going to end this stream kind of early because lots of things to do and not enough time to do them and not enough money paid doing them. So, you know, got to secure our future, right? 2026 is going to be an absolutely bonkers year. You think you know, but you have no idea. This is not your average YouTube channel. Do I visit Philippines? No. Evan asks, would you date a furry? Sure. If Smash staff decided she wanted to dress up as a furry, I'd get an outfit. I'm a falcon, by the way. Yeah, I would have to get a falcon. Can you tell me if there are any falcon furry outfits? Because I would be up to dress up as a falcon for Halloween. So it would. Yeah, I would date a furry. I'm not offended by furries. Hi from Chaco, Argentina. Hey, check it out. Augustine Teme, is it? Are you familiar with Broken Peach? That's my favorite Argentinian band. Broken Peach. They're so good. Check them out on YouTube. They do metal renditions of many popular songs. Like Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. That's a good one. Look up Don't Stop Me Now by Queen by Broken Peach. It's so good. They do metal renditions, and it's 3 women singers. It's so good. You like Augustine Temme. Tell Broken Peach smashomash.com said hi, because they are one of my favorite bands of all time. Wendy Hansen says 90s. Namju, please type in English using regular fonts, not Arabic or whatever that is. No Farsi, no Arabic, no Hindi. Namju, you've been warned. Feel free to translate your statements, but you're cruising for a timeout. Speak Persian. Yeah, okay, no Persian in the chat either. English in the chat, please. Do I got to put that up as one of the parameters of the chat? We usually don't run into a problem. Evan says, where do you live? Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Come and stay and ride your bike and visit the wineries and the eateries. It's an amazing, amazing place. Late summer in Lehigh Valley, there's no better place to get the fall foliage, and it's going to be it's going to be a while yet. I think we may have a week or so before we get the full fall foliage, but it's already starting to come out north of the Blue Mountain. North of the Blue Mountain, it's probably halfway colored already. So if anybody has been north of the Blue Mountain, Lehigh Valley, places like Jim Thorpe, Lehigh, and Palmerton, let us know in the comments, because I want to know if the colors are already out. We're planning a Hawk Mountain trip. So you want to go to Hawk Mountain? Now's the time to go. Mid-September, when it's warm like this, is when you get all kinds of birds flying up them thermals right up the Appalachian Ridge. And being one of the high points, Hawk Mountain is one of the best places to view birds of prey. And don't forget the Bake Oven Knob. I mean, Bake Oven Knob's even higher. So maybe we'll go to Bake Oven instead of Hawk. I don't know. There are pros and cons to both places. Do I like Thomas Rousseau? No, because I have no idea who it is. What do you say? What's wrong with you, Kaka? I don't know what that means. Nice shirt. TPB, baby. I am the liquor. I mean, I got so many quotes. It's survival of the fitness, okay? Survival of the fitness, boys. Thomas Barrett says, taxes. Yeah, start a business so that you can allocate all of them to your business instead of to the unproductive public economy. Is it night right now for you? No, it's 7:30 a.m., baby. 7:30 a.m. Team Lucid Official says, how many inches? Well, that depends, Team Lucid Official. That depends. Namju Amin says, I'm Iranian. And I don't understand what you're saying, but if you speak well, God will forgive you. If not, you'll be ruined. I know, right? The universe, it doesn't forgive nor forget, and it holds everybody accountable. So I love it. Thomas Barrett says, you look like you're ready to rob a bank with that hair and hat combo. Thanks, I think. Evan says, do you swing both ways or no? There's a continuum of straight to gay, and I'm all the way on the straight side. I find men repugnant and unappealing, to quote Seinfeld. Morning. This isn't space weather. Gotta go. Oh, okay. Bye. Bye, Mike. Go lick Elon's. Go lick Elon. I'm sure he knows you exist. C. Coder says, whoa, that's racist. Okay. Hey, we got 8 viewers and 8 likes. It's amazing. Wow. We don't want any of that explosive language here, explosion of solar energy, but this channel is about explosions and farts, says Bruce Minas. It is not, sir. C. Coder says, do you like Don's lemons? Don Lemon he's not that bad. He's not that bad. When he worked for CNN, he was worse, but not a fan. All right, anyway, it's time to end this stream. We already talked space weather. Go view the part that you missed. And don't forget to view the earlier stream where we were out in the woods. There's a fantastic shot of the Moon-Venus conjunction right at the beginning. YouTube.com/smash-a-mash/live. Put it in your favorites. Otherwise, you might miss the content, especially if you don't press subscribe. So anyway, whatever. Either press it or don't. I'm the Liquor. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-a-Mash, signing off. And until next time, here at the Smash News Network, least busted name in news, may that solar wind be at your back.